I got the new Tesla wall connector installed in my house, and look how slick and beautiful it looks. If you're a new Tesla owner, such as myself, or you're going to buy a new Tesla, then charging Tesla at home should be one of your options. It's gonna make life much easier. The area I live in, Superchargers are about 7 miles away from my house, and most of the time I found out the hard way, they are always busy. And charging to those superchargers is gonna be a little bit tricky because you need to really plan for the time. Buying either the mobile connector or the Tesla wall connector behind me will make life much easier for you. So when you're purchasing the car, you have an option to buy either the wall connector or the mobile connector, or you can actually buy both of them. So I picked this option where I purchased both the wall connector and mobile connector. I just wanted to have both options available to me because I want my life to be easier when I'm traveling or at home, you know. The wall connector comes in this beautiful package, and it basically just includes the wall connector and the 24-foot charging cable that you can wrap around, and it's big enough for the whole garage. I was kind of disappointed when the car came. It only came with this connector, and then because I had paid the money during the time of order, that I thought mobile connector will be included in the car, but it was not. And then the guy who drove the car to my place, I asked him about the wall connector, and he had no idea, and he suggested that I should contact the Tesla support. And if you're new and you're trying to figure out how to get this wall connector installed, Tesla website has certified electricians that you can go on the Tesla website, look in your local area. This is what I did. I looked for a few people in my area, then I contacted them and I got a price quote from those different individuals. They did ask me to take photos of my circuit so they can kind of analyze and give me an estimate. So I picked basically the person who offered me the cheapest price. And also, if you install right behind the circuit, in my case, this is what I did. My circuit is just on the opposite side. Then the cost is gonna be cheapest. I got it installed for $480, and that was the cheapest price I received. And then they charged me another $20 to cut the board, make a square. It doesn't look as pretty right now, but I'm gonna fix it at some point. So on the circuit, they had to install this new EV charger breaker. So I got about 50 amps, and I set the limit for my charging to 32. So the max I think the guy said I can go is about 40 amps. All right, I'm gonna be charging my Tesla for the first time. Press this button. Maybe closer, I guess. There you go. And then let's plug it in. It's blue. All right, it's green, it's charging. Let's look at the setup inside. All right, so my battery is at 141 miles or 43%. Because I have the 50 amp, the max I'm gonna get a 40 amps here. I'm getting 32 at the moment, which is 25 miles an hour, 26. It should go a little bit higher. And then I'm gonna increase the daily to 90%, I think. 30 is 32. Let's increase it to 40 right here. Okay, so it's not even letting me go beyond 40 because that's the max amp I'm gonna get from my chargers. So here now I'm getting 40 and about 34 miles an hour. Let's see if that changes. And then to be honest, like I don't need to charge all the way to 40. I think I'm pretty happy with 30. Let's reduce to 30. Let's see how many miles I get. Sorry, 30. It's about 26 miles an hour, 5 hours, 30 minutes. You know, that's perfect. Once again, you know, speed is not something that I need because I'm gonna be charging mostly at nights. By 3 a.m. the car should be charged to 90%, and that's all I need. Tesla Supercharging is definitely an option. In my case, all the Superchargers are about 7 miles away. It depends on your area. I've seen areas and location where Superchargers are like less than a mile away, and there are multiples, but unfortunately in my area The closest I have is 7 miles, and nobody tells you this, but you have to keep in mind that on a Friday evening, because I had this car on Tuesday, so I drove for a few days. When I was coming back from work, I said, okay, maybe I can charge my car on the way, because, you know, it should be pretty simple. But then I realized all the superchargers in my area were busy. No stalls were available. So that was like around 5 p.m. on Friday. So maybe I thought it's a busy time, I should try another hour. So the same day at 9 p.m. I saw the charger that's about 7 miles away from my house. It had 2 stalls open. It was around 9:30, so I drove to that location, and then I realized none of the stalls were open, actually, and there was a few people waiting. And then, so that was a bummer. So next day on Saturday morning, I said I'll give it a try and I'll go to a different supercharger. And this was now 12 miles away. That was the only supercharger that was open, and it had 3 stalls. So by the time I was driving there, 12 miles away, all stalls were taken. So I had to wait maybe like 5 minutes, and then I was able to charge the car. So nobody tells you this, like how hectic it can be. And then around the same time, panic was beginning to set in because my battery was pretty low. I had maybe like 50 miles left, about 10%. What happened was my Tesla was telling me I'll reach there around 16 or 18% of my battery. And there were a lot of hills on the way, like uphill, uphill, uphill. And then battery kept draining. I lost some range, but I was happy that I was able to charge. Charging a supercharger is very simple. I was very pleasantly surprised how easy it was for me to figure it out, even though I was doing it for the first time. And it took about 30 minutes or less to charge it up to 80%, which I'm super happy about. And it is an option. And then while I was sitting there charging the car, I realized that I do need the supercharger installed in my house. Yes, I wanted to just share my experience and my thoughts as a new Tesla owner. If my experience helps someone plan better. If you have your Tesla on back order or you're waiting to receive your Tesla, I would just highly encourage you to just go ahead and get the wall charger, schedule your installations, get it all done and ready. Don't wait for your car to arrive, just get it done before. As soon as the price was dropped for Tesla, I actually jumped to buy the Tesla. I wasn't planning to. That's why I had to kind of backpedal a little bit to get the wall charger installed like a week later. But if you're in a position where you're waiting for your car, and if it's still a couple of weeks away, go ahead and get this charging setup going for yourself. You'll appreciate it later when the car arrives. Everything will be set up, and you'll have your own personal charging station, which is awesome. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll be sharing more videos like this. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to make more videos. Thank you.